it's my honor to introduce yet another one of these great students to you. Her name is Morgan Viehman, and she's a junior, and she comes from Camden, Maine. She's majoring in journalism and minoring in fine arts. And among the many things she's done at GW, she's a reporter for the GW Hatchet, the student newspaper, and she has a special interest in digital media production and online journalism. Among the many things she's done, she spent the fall semester abroad in Florence, Italy, and she volunteers her web design talents for the international nonprofit. It's called Clowns Without Borders. And she uses her skills to help them reach out to accomplish their mission. She has a love for both traditional journalism and innovative means of communication. And her aspirations, as were given to me in a quote, is to leave GW as a, quote, journalist of all trades, a great aspiration. Please join me in welcoming Morgan to share with us more about her GW experience.
Thank you, Provost Lerman. My name is Morgan Viehman, and I have been a proud and grateful recipient of the LCM Carper Scholarship for the past 3 years. This scholarship has made it possible not only for me to attend college, but to study at what I consider to be one of the best journalism schools in the country, the GW School of Media and Public Affairs. Since I was old enough to watch cartoons, I've wanted to be a reporter. My role models may have ranged from Lois Lane to Amanpour, but the dream has always been the same: finding the heart of the story, asking the tough questions from important people, and reporting the truth to the masses, with or without Clark Kent. Either way, my dream involved doing well in school and going to college, something that I once thought I might never get to do. My father left in May of 2003, the year I turned 11. My mother, who until that point had been a stay-at-home mom, suddenly had to take on 2 jobs to keep us afloat. It still wasn't enough to keep our house. Within months, she, my older sister, and I found ourselves packing our belongings into a horse trailer and leaving a foreclosing farm in Pennsylvania for a small rental house in Maine where my mother had found work. That same year, my mother was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. I remember being very still when she told us the news. Over the next several years, my mother would undergo 4 surgeries, months of chemotherapy, and expensive radiation therapy that required her to travel 150 miles every week as the cancer spread to her lymph nodes. Support payments from my father were sporadic, and though she continued to work between bouts of chemo, my mother's income was practically nothing. Friends and neighbors brought us meals. At this point, any money that may have been saved for college had disappeared. Still, education and college were a priority in our household, and my mom always said that it was my job to do great at school so that I could earn my tuition. So that's what I did. My sister and I threw ourselves into our schoolwork, made new friends at a new school, and began joking about how mom should get a purple mohawk when her hair grew back. Somehow, all 3 of us made it through. The day I was told I had been admitted to GW was bittersweet. I had been accepted as a direct admit to the journalism major, but knew I would not be able to afford it without a miracle. GW was my first choice, my dream school, and I was waiting on tenterhooks to hear if I had received a financial aid award. And finally, the letter came. I was receiving a scholarship that would cover the entirety of my tuition. I was in class when my mom called to tell me the news, and I was so happy that I cried in front of the whole classroom. My mom was crying too. That was 3 years ago, and since then I have come to love GW as much as I always thought I would. My professors are amazing, my classes are dynamic, and the opportunities I've had as a journalism student studying in DC are astounding. I've been able to interview government officials, film outside the White House, and in one of my favorite projects, designed a multimedia report on international nonprofit Clowns Without Borders. Yes, it's a real thing. They travel around the world performing for children in conflict zones and refugee camps. I've worked with state-of-the-art video equipment, and I'm learning every day how to uphold traditional journalistic standards, even as the world transitions to a new media environment. Lucky for me, I have also found a passion for graphics and web design. By providing me with the opportunity to follow my passion, something I once thought I could never afford to do, the LCM Carper Scholarship makes a difference in my life every day. and it will continue to make a difference in the next few years as I transition from college student to young professional. If I could say anything to the amazing donors who've contributed to GW's Power and Promise, it's this: thank you. From the bottom of my heart, you have to know what it means to me and all the students like me who wouldn't be here without your help.